Cuchillo Restaurant is a modern Latin American take on traditional ideas coming from Chile, Colombia, Argentina, Brazil, Mexico, Central America and South America mixing it up, and some Spanish influence as well. 72 and 51. You could almost think of it as Latin izakaya style, you know, where small portions meant to share, big bright flavors. You know, I really think that that Latin food, you know, it's huge in some other cities in North America. It has never been huge here in Vancouver. I think traditionally in North America, a lot of it was sort of a Tex-Mex kind of style and a little heavier and lots of beans and cheese. Whereas now it's like, and with the ceviches and whatnot, it's very light and fresh.
Oh, I get you.
I've always had a passion for cooking Latin American cuisine. I really like the bright, big flavors. It's not a lot of long prep times and things like that. Things are very fresh. Keep a pretty open feel to the room, high ceilings, big long table down the middle to get people to kind of mingle and mix, and that's kind of the idea of that with the menu as well, that sharing concept. So you can even share a table, you know, or then you can share food. I've always been a big fan of the what they call a calaveras, which is a skull, but they decorate them a lot down in Mexico for the Day of the Dead. We have got our sign outside, which is just basically a neon calaveras, no signage, no cuchillo or anything like that. So you got to kind of figure out that that's the restaurant and it's not a tattoo shop or whatever, and then it's safe to come in and eat some food. And as far as the name goes, the cuchillo, it means knife, and it's hard thinking of a name for a restaurant. It's really hard. You know, it's everything you put up there, you can think of one reason to think of the name and 20 reasons why it's stupid. You know, cooking, I've been doing cooking as long as I can remember, but even back in high school, you know, I was doing shop classes and stuff back in the day, and there was these cooking classes. I went to like the counselor or whatever, and he's like, oh, you could take cooking, and I was like, oh, you know, do you get to eat the food? And he's like, yeah, and I'm like, well, free food, that's good, you know, that works for me. And then I went to the class, and the first day I go to class, I open the door, and of course it's all women, and I was like, I'm home, you know? That's the way it all began, and I just that once I was actually cooking, I realized I had an affinity for it. You get to be very creative, and on a day you can come in, you can create something, make it, have it, serve it, get feedback, all in the same day. So it's really interesting for a type of art that you get instant feedback. Literally, you can encapsulate a whole process, and that's the thing about the open kitchen too. You'll see people eat something, and then they sit back. They do that sit back moment where they're like, you know, and they sit back, and then you're like, that's what it's about.